Today, I'll share with you how to make simple banana mousse at home. This dish doesn't require complicated techniques. The ingredients are very familiar, easy to find, and suitable as a light dessert for the whole family. Naturally ripened bananas have a mild sweetness, and when made into mousse, they will give a soft, smooth texture, a fragrant aroma, and are very easy to eat. Now, let's start with the steps. First, I prepare 3 ripe bananas. I choose bananas that are moderately ripe and soft so that the mousse has a more natural sweetness and a stronger aroma. Then, I peel all the bananas and stack them lightly on top of each other to make slicing easier. Next, I use a knife to slice the bananas into round slices, cutting them into manageable slices, not too thin. When slicing, I try to slice evenly so that the bananas look nice and are easy to handle in the following steps. After slicing, I put all the sliced bananas into a large bowl. The bowl should be wide enough so that it's easier to mix or mash the bananas later without spilling. After preparing the bananas, I heated a pan on the stove. Once the pan was hot enough, I added some butter, then used a spoon or spatula to spread the butter evenly around the bottom of the pan to coat the entire surface. This prevents the bananas from sticking to the pan and enhances the rich, creamy aroma of the mousse. When the butter started to completely melt, I poured all the sliced bananas into the pan. At this point, I lowered the heat and began stirring constantly. I stirred gently so that the bananas would heat up slowly, preventing burning and preserving their natural sweetness. During the stirring process, the bananas would gradually soften, then mash, and break up naturally. I continued stirring until the banana mixture became smoother and more creamy, evenly blended with the butter, and had a very pleasant aroma. When the bananas were completely soft and mashed, I turned off the heat and poured the banana mixture into a large bowl. The bowl should be wide enough to accommodate the subsequent processing steps and allow the mixture to cool slightly before proceeding with the mousse. After the banana mixture has been transferred to a bowl and allowed to cool slightly, I use a hand blender to puree the bananas. While blending, I move the blender in a circular motion, blending evenly throughout the bowl to ensure the bananas are thoroughly pureed and free of lumps. The goal is to create a smooth, creamy, and uniform banana mixture. Once the bananas are pureed, I add this mixture to a bowl of prepared condensed milk. Then, I use a whisk to mix well, helping the bananas and condensed milk blend together, creating a light, sweet, and creamy flavor. Next, I add another bowl of fresh milk to the mixture. I continue to whisk, stirring gently until the mixture becomes smooth and homogeneous. Then, I gradually sprinkle in some cornstarch. When adding the cornstarch, I sprinkle and whisk continuously to ensure the powder dissolves completely and avoids lumps. The cornstarch will help the mixture become thicker and have a smoother texture when cooked. Once the mixture is well combined, I pour it all into a saucepan. Next, I add a small bowl of lemon juice to the saucepan. The lemon juice helps balance the sweetness, brightens the mousse's color, and gives it a more pleasant flavor. I whisk the mixture thoroughly, then place the saucepan on the gas stove and cook over low heat. While cooking, I stir continuously and evenly to prevent the mixture from burning and clumping. When the mixture thickens, becomes smoother, and turns a light yellow color, I turn off the heat. Finally, I pour the mixture into a bowl, preparing for the next step in making the banana mousse. After cooking the banana mousse and letting it cool slightly, I covered it tightly with plastic wrap. This prevents the mousse from drying out while I prepare the cream. Next, I prepared a bowl of heavy cream and put it into a hand blender. I turned on the blender and whipped the cream at medium speed, blending until it was light, fluffy, and well combined. The cream is ready when it reaches a smooth consistency, neither too runny nor too stiff. After whipping the cream, I took the prepared banana mousse, removed the plastic wrap, and poured it into another bowl for easier mixing. Next, I poured all the whipped cream into the banana mousse bowl. Now, I gently mixed with a spoon, stirring in one direction, lightly lifting from the bottom up to combine the cream and mousse while maintaining their light and fluffy texture. I continued mixing until the mixture was smooth, homogeneous, and had a soft, light texture with no separation. Once the mixture reached the desired consistency, I divided the mousse into small bowls in preparation for chilling and serving. This banana mousse is very versatile for everyday use. You can enjoy it as a light dessert after a meal. It's easy to digest and not too sweet. Thanks to the use of naturally ripened bananas, the flavor is mild and suitable for both adults and children. Additionally, banana mousse is also perfect as a snack throughout the day, especially if you want something soft, smooth, and not too heavy on the stomach. You can prepare it in advance, divide it into small bowls, and store it in the refrigerator for later use. For family gatherings or small get-togethers, simply decorate with some fresh fruit or sprinkle a little cocoa powder on top for a visually appealing dessert that doesn't take much time. This dessert is also perfect for hot summer days. It tastes even better when served cold. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave them below. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like. Don't forget to share with your family and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.